Dude, there's no person in this world who is more strong and stressed than a day trader, than a successful one, than someone who actually like makes a living day trading and is good at it. Those people are like from another planet. Insane, man. So that's my uncle. That man just looks at numbers all day and chain smokes. I feel like anyone I've known that's done day trading just sat there and smoked the whole time. Unironically. I had a family friend. Dude retired at 50, around 50. He did nothing but day trading his whole life. So he was like old Wall Street doing that like in person. Like crazy when he was younger. And then, you know, eventually that moved to be like something you could do properly online, the current version of it. The old version of it, doing that in person, very different. But he ended up there and he ended up making so much money. And then he just retired at like 52. And he was one of those people who, he had a good amount of money, but he didn't look like it. So every day he'd wear like a Hawaiian shirt, shorts, and flip-flops. And he looked like kind of unemployed. He didn't look like a rich guy. He looked just pretty unemployed. And you'd be like, you okay, buddy? But dude would walk outside and he'd be like, let's get in my Maserati, you know? Standard gun dealer fit. Exactly. And he smoked a lot. And then as soon as he stopped trading, he quit cold turkey. He was like, I don't need this anymore. It was funny because we'll call him Jeff. We kept calling it like the Renaissance of Jeff because when he was like, guys, I'm finally quitting. And like, we only knew him as the guy who does this thing his whole life, you know? And then like 4 p.m. hits, ding, 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 market closes. Okay. He would like come by some spots and we'd see him around, you know? So Jeff finally one day is just like, I'm quitting this. And we're like, what? Jeff, no way. And he's like, oh yeah, I've made enough. I've put away enough. I'm chilling. I'm going to retire. This was the goal. I wanted to retire early. And we're like, all right, what are you going to do in your retirement? And he said immediately, he's like, I'm not smoking anymore. And we were like, Jeff, there's no way, because he would smoke cigars constantly. And we were like, Jeff, you're going to die if you quit. That stuff keeps you alive at this point. And he was like, I'm going cold turkey. And the thing is, he didn't want to like do it alone. He didn't want to sit in his house. So he would come by this spot. It was like a neighbor's place for like 2 weeks, just refusing to smoke. And he was like, I need accountability. So I'm going to sit here. And this friend's stoop had like, you know, like a card table and like a spot to hang out, everything. They had like a grill. So Jeff would sit there all day and he'd be like, don't let me be home alone. I'll end up buying cigars. Don't let me be alone. And people would just like walk past and sit with Jeff for a while. He was coughing up like black gunk. You know, I don't know if any of you have ever smoked and quit, but you know, you got tar in you and you start like expelling it when you're not actively smoking. You start expelling this. So dude was like, yeah, he was like purging it. We're like bringing Jeff water, grabbing food, sitting down, eating with Jeff. And he just was like refusing to just be home alone too much because he was like, I don't want to slip into it. I don't want to give in, you know? And so everyone just kind of like helped him through this withdrawal. It was so funny because this ice cream truck would pass by. And even the guy running the ice cream truck knew about Jeff, and he would give Jeff free ice cream every day. Because Jeff would be like, hey man, yeah, no, I'm just out here, you know, I'm cold turkey on cigars and cigarettes and smoking. He also wouldn't drink either. He's like, I'm on the wagon, you know, all this stuff. And the ice cream man would give him ice cream. It was cute. He'd be like, maybe this will help you get through it. And he'd give him a little something. It was cute. Jeff eventually was able to quit. He was able to quit. And it was the Renaissance of Jeff. And then after that, he was like, wow, maybe I could like go hiking. Maybe I could start like doing a lot of like physical stuff. And we were like, no, you can't. Your heart rate is no, you can't. And he's like, oh yeah, let's go for a walk. Then one day he was like, I want to walk through the entirety of Central Park. I want to like walk through the whole thing. I want to go around like Sheep Meadow, like walk around the circle of it. And I want to do like the full Central Park walk. Cause that place is huge. It's like a full day hike for some people. And we were like, Jeff, you can't do this. You have to go for short walks first. And he was like, nah, I quit smoking, so I'll be fine. He was walking, he was wheezing. We walked through like a quarter of it and he was like, like dying. And he's wearing his flip-flops. He's like, my feet hurt. We're like, Jeff, you should have worn sneakers. Oh, it was so funny. It was so funny. We took him to do so many things because he actually had like daytime available on a weekday. The Renaissance of Jeff was a great time. This is years ago. It was so good. Is Jeff better now? Well, he's not a day trader anymore, so yes, he's so much better now. We would just play cards all the time. What's he up to now? Living. Dude eats food. He just likes to eat food. He's got some hobbies. He goes and does his hobbies. He's not in it anymore. He does like a thing just with friends now, but he joined a walking club. It was just a club of people that would wake up every morning. There's a lot of these in the city. And they would pick a spot to meet, and then they go for a unique walk every day. And they just walk and talk. And he joined one of those for a while, and now he like has friends that do it with him, so they just do that. It's good.